Hello YouTube, this is ThePandaPhotographer from 6for6studios.com and welcome to this Photoshop tutorial today. And I want to teach you guys, and this is part 1, so haven't done one of these quite yet, so I think it's about time for me to actually do one. But I do want to stress out before we get started that YouTube demonetized this live video before I even went public with it. Now I am going to post the video after this live so you guys can see, and they also demonetized a video about me talking about how YouTube does their practice and why YouTube plays the favoritism in this type of ordeal. But stressful that YouTube plays this favoritism with their top creators, and for us trying to grow on this channel, they're not giving us fair play here. But I just want to let you guys know that this video has been demonetized even before it was aired, and that's how proof YouTube's controls what you guys see. If they want you on the trending page, they want you on the trending page. They want you to be the upcoming star, they will put you on the upcoming star, not based on views, based on how you promote your content. So it's a weird factor how they see it all. But right now I am going to show you guys how to do thumbnails. Now there's ways you can do thumbnails, and as you can see that I already created a thumbnail for this particular video, and I just want to go to the process. Now you can create thumbnails very differently, and there's different ways how to create these thumbnails. Now you can take a picture of a product then with your iPhone or with your professional camera, and then you can send it to your computer. Then you can open the file and you can drag and copy. But the first thing I want you guys to do is, before you even start to get into the whole thumbnail situation, I really want some respect and show you guys some respect. So I want you guys to subscribe to this channel. I really want you guys to hit the notification buttons if you want to see what I do on this channel and see more videos like this. But you can follow me in the social media links down in the descriptions below. And if you want to show support to this channel, since YouTube demonetized my video, you can leave a PayPal donation amount, as any amount. But with that said, let's get into the tutorials on how to create a thumbnail. So first of all, let's create a new one. So I'm going to go to the process and I'm going to show you guys how I create these thumbnails. Now I can choose 1920 by 1080 by 72 ppi, which is the pixel density. Now I always go with the transparent background because sometimes I want the background to be transparent in some of the thumbnails, but that's like 10% of my situation. But 95% or 90% of the time it's always with a backdrop or some sort. So I always go by 1920 by 1080. I create one. So the next step is, do I really want a background, or do I want to use the photograph that I taken with me in the product, or just me in the photo? Take a picture of yourself or take a picture of the product. Or you can take pictures from the internet and drag them and carve them out, which you do a technique called quick select tool, which allows you to quick select the item. So I'm going to show you how that process is done. So I'm going to open up and go into my picture folder, go to picture logo. So now I am going to say, let's pick a good one, let's pick a good product. Okay, let's pick this one. Now let's say I want to actually use the product, and I want to actually use the quick tool. So remember, when I use the quick tool, I always go with a smaller size. For me, this may be different for you, but I like to go with a size 8. The reason why I want to go to size 8 because I want to kind of have control on what I'm selecting as well. Now if you use the alternate button on your keyboard for PC, I'm using a PC now, it may be different for Mac users, but on alternate key, if you make a mistake, you can always go back. So if I do this, Now you see this part here that's sticking out. Now if I press alternate and go back, I can go back and fix that very carefully. But if you want to zoom in on the product, you can zoom in on the product to get very precise by going into the view menu and zooming in just one time, so you can get it right the first time. But you can continue on slowly. Make sure that you select your product if you are doing product reviews and so forth, which most of the cases you guys will probably do that. But if you're doing like blogging, you want to take a picture of yourself with your smartphone, drag it into Photoshop, and then drag that picture in, and then you can start the processes of trying to create your thumbnail, and which I'm going to get into in a second. So, but I made a small mistake down here, and I'm going to fix this really quickly. And now I'm going to make sure that all the letters in the product is actually covered as well, because some of the mistakes are that you will miss it because maybe the select tool is not selected it, so you have to go over and make sure that everything is in there. So what I'm going to do now is, on the left hand side, these are your tools here. You can do it in this is Photoshop, so you can select all the tools. What I'm going to do here is select this particular move tool, and I'm going to drag this into my layout, and here is where it gets interesting. Now I can resize it, make it bigger, or I can just leave it as is. But let's say I want a background. So before I even do the background, I just want to make sure that I have my layers. So I go into this layer style feature, and I want to choose a drop shadow. Now I don't like how that looks particularly per se, but let's say if I wanted to go a little bit unioned or coned shaped or invert or deep, you have options to go with either one. So I particularly like the swallow a little bit, but since the swallow a little bit, I like to also put another drop shadow and see how that looks. If it's too wide, it's too big. If it's too, so I normally go with black to give the image a little bit of character and kind of shorten and fix by leveling this out just a bit. And you can also manually put in the size of what you want. Now we got our product, and we have it glowing in the color. Now we're going to choose a background. So I'm going to go open. Now I'm going to go to my pictures. I'm going to go to a folder where I store these pictures. Now remember, always organize your files so you know where they are. I'm going to fill blank backdrops. Now I'm going to choose either one. So this one I'm going to choose the Grundy backdrop. Now I'm going to choose the Grundy backdrop, and I am just still selecting the move tool. I'm going to move this tool into the frame, and now I'm going to actually drag onto my right bottom as my first layer. So the second layer is the first layer. That's the mistake I should have made. I should have just selected, but that's just me trying to figure out what color I want the product. So now we see how the color is popping. Now let's back this off just a bit with the color. So now we're gonna go drop it down by 2. And next step, let's fix the style just a bit. Oops. Let's fix this. So we got 2 backdrops. Okay, we don't need one. We just need one. And I'm just gonna shorten this backdrop just a little bit. And I'm gonna put a little bit of swallow on it. Smooth it out a little bit. Let's increase just a little bit. Now this is based on taste, so you guys can do as you want, but I definitely recommend like making sure that your product or your thumbnail sticks out pretty well. And let's go with 5 here. Okay, now we have that lit up the way it should be lit up, not too much, not too glamorously. Now let's get to the text. Now the text are optional. Now you have options. Now I do recommend one website you should go to. It's called 1001 Fonts. Now you can download these fonts to your Windows system. Once you download it to your Windows system, you will have it in your computer. So, or you can buy fonts if you want to buy fonts. There's websites that have unique fonts. So you can download the font style that you want. It's based on particular taste. Now take this with a grain of salt. Some people don't like to add text in their thumbnails, and some people do. I like to do both. As you see my channel, you see me when I do a product review, you see me sometimes put text and sometimes I don't put text. I put a combination of both. So which I should just show you right now so you guys can absolutely see what I'm talking about here. Let's go to the dashboard and let's go view my just view my channel so you guys can see it. Now you can see how actually let's do the videos so you guys can get a good idea what I'm working with. So you see how I got thumbnails, and then this one has no letters. It says this is just an omnidirectional lavalier versus the BOOOO BYMM1 microphone. You can see the combination. Why do you have a laptop there? Well, why do you have a camera there? Why do you have an iPhone there? Question mark. Well, these two devices are going to be tested versus each other on these devices. So give you a different idea. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. The $10 lavalier microphone that I'm using right now sounds pretty damn good in my opinion, but I digress. But let me just pop up this pop-up chat so I can see everyone hear it. Alright, so with that said, next step is to go into this whole process where now you're gonna select text. Now you can go vertical, you can go just the normal state. So I'm gonna choose the title of this text will be HPT SHP 9500S, because that's the model of the headphones. And my next step is to bring this out a little bit. Now you notice that it's all caps. Now if I lowercase it, this is the front. Underground NF is the front style, but I want it caps, so I am going to select only caps. Then the next step is I'm going to highlight it, and I can change the font style if I wanted to make it more simple, more complex. I can make it whatever style that I want, but make sure that you select the text and then see what works for you and what works your style. But for me, I'm going to actually go with just the simple text here, which is a Century Gothic. You can see me have 186 point size and it's on smooth. Now the next step, what I would do is try to blend this in very well and see how note, don't want that shadow. Okay, that's a deeper shadow. I kind of like it. So the next step is trying to bring the text a little bit more out. Now you can make a bigger size text, you change the colors, but for me, I'm just gonna go with something like more like let's do, I don't want to do green, let's do blue. Okay, now I want to increase the size of this just a bit, so I'm gonna raise this by 10. Oops, sorry. This actually, I typed in the wrong number. Let's do that size. About 216 would be good. Now the next step is to also add whatever text after that. So say if you want to add another text, so you select the text, it says okay, now you want to add another text. Now you want to make sure, are they good? And what you want to do is bring this over just a bit, highlight it, go back down just a bit, 186. See, 186. That's a little bit too big, so now you want to bring 150. That looks about right. Now, as I said, this is based on taste, people, so you don't have to follow my routine, but I'm trying to highlight the headphones, but also highlight the meaning of the video. Are they good? So this may give you some curiosity that makes you want to watch the YouTube content. So yeah, are they really good? Let me watch this video, let me check these out and see what they're all about. But as I said, it's optional, but I feel like I don't want to block out the headphones, so I'm gonna move the headphones over just a bit. And I got this guy over here fucking sleeping while I'm doing this shit right now. This is like weird. People come to the library to fucking sleep. They don't come to get an education. They don't come to read a book. They don't. It's just funny. Oh, I just messed up that text. Let's redo that on. Are they good? People come to the library to sleep, but don't read a book. That's a shame. And we're gonna move this over, and we are going to try to fix this. So let's make this 150. Check. Then we're gonna select layer once again, and this time I want the layer, this layer, I wanted a different color. So I'm gonna go with like an orange or red. Should I go with like a blue or a pink? Let's see. Let's go with the yellow. Let's go with the bright yellow here. And this time I'm going to change the text into something more broader, something more dynamic, and something that's going to pop really good. So I got a bunch of text here. Oh my god, I got a lot of text here. So man, download as many texts as you can in this process. Just download a few that you like, that you want to use, or sometimes you would not use it. But do also take your time to do this, to do these thumbnails, because it's important that you want to get it right and you want to actually make it look good at the same time. So, but this is just a rush thing I'm doing for you guys. I noticed from the back of my head, if I'm going too fast, I really apologize for it. I really do apologize for the guys that are new to doing thumbnails, but this is really simple stuff, guys. If you think about it, it's really simple, and I will show you how to do professional thumbnails in another part, segment of this Photoshop tutorials. But I'm trying to select a good thumbnail, I mean a good text for the thumbnail. Now I don't want it to be the same, so I think if I type it in, let's go with this one, but let's retype it in caps. And what we are going to do next is resize it once more. Let's do it bigger. No. Oh my god. Did a boo-boo. Another boo-boo. See it? Another boo-boo. I think my keyboard is actually dying. That's probably the main reason why this is not working as I planned it to be. But let's do this one more time. I need a new laptop. That's that's a sign. Need a new laptop. And once we are done with here, now I'm gonna are they good and select. Now we are going to choose a different size. So 30. That looks good. And now we are going to kind of put this in the middle, and I am going to change how bright that yellow looks. So I don't want it to be too fancy, but I'm going to bring up the blacks just a bit. Okay, that looks great. So that looks a little bit better. Now if I go back into the product, select my select tool and move it over just a bit, right there. Just make it even. Boom. And then try to bring the top text down just a bit, and booyah, I got my thumbnail. So now, like I said, it's very selective, guys. You guys can choose how you want to create your thumbnail, but choose a great background if you're just going to use products in your background. Now if you're going to be taking pictures, as I said in the beginning of this tutorial, if you are going to be taking pictures of any of the products with you in it, just take a good photograph with great lighting. Make sure you get great lighting to take the photograph, and make sure that you constantly have like proper exposure. Don't rush the photo. Now take proper exposure. If you need to like isolate yourself from the background, which iPhones can kind of do portrait mode, but you can try to do that. Just lock yourself into the photo. Make sure you tap it and use a timer when you're going to take the photo too. So being sure that you are going to use a timer if you are going to create these thumbnails. So with that said, guys, this has just been a quick, well, kind of quick tutorial on how to create thumbnails. Now as I said, guys, you guys could go to the website at 1001fronts.com, where you can download fronts. And if you wanted to take pictures of the product, or you need a picture of a product, you can download the product from like Amazon website, and then, you know, as I said, the select move tool, you can choose the right size for it. But this is how I create the thumbnails, and when I get creative with the thumbnails, I do get creative with the thumbnails, as you can see. But with that said, thank you for watching, everyone. So I hope everyone is having a good Friday. And to you too, message to you guys once again, why would you demonetize this video before it even airs? Just please answer that question, and don't give me that bull crap excuse about how the system algorithm is trying to figure things out. No, this is before it aired. That means you did something to my account, literally, and forcing me to do this every single time. I'm forced to actually hit the review button every time YouTube demonetizes my videos, even after I upload them, and then like 8 hours later they demonetize it. This is just like insanely driving me nuts, that I have to always have YouTube review my videos every single time. That is really annoying. It's not the system, it's YouTube went into my account and manually put this into my account because they don't like what I say about their practices. And let's be honest, your practices, you have been caught not once but multiple times doing it, and you've been caught, and you've been shameful about what has been taking place on the YouTube community lately. So I feel really obliged to speak on behalf as a creator trying to provide education and photography tips and videography tips and Photoshop tips and Lightroom tips, and you just compress my videos so no one won't see them. And a lot of the people, 449 people, do not see my videos when I go live. I just want to know why that is, and why are you compressing my videos so people won't see it? People want to know how to do this stuff very easily. But with that said, everyone, PandaPhotographer 616studios.com. If you guys want to support the channel, there's a PayPal link down in the description below that really helps me out. But You can follow me on social medias like Mixit, which is Japanese, like Facebook kind of thing. And you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and other platforms. If you go to my website, all the social media links are right there on the top of the page. With that said, eat, sleep, photography, videography, audio files, and Photoshop, and Lightroom, and repeat. And I will see you guys in the next Lightroom tutorial, Photoshop tutorial.